Hi guys. So I wasn't sure how I was going to do this, but because it takes so long to upload videos now, I figured I would go live and see if that worked a little better. I have, I'm going to turn this off. First of all, I want to say with all the stuff going on today, I wanted to just do a video about something good. My heart goes out to everybody in Las Vegas. And I just heard on my way home that Tom Petty died, which just about kills me. Because I just love him. I just love him. On top of it, the thing in Las Vegas is horrible, and I'm so tired of hearing the tragic news in America that we have because we can't get rid of automatic weapons that fire 1,000,000 rounds per shot. So I wanted to do something good because it takes forever for Facebook to upload. I figured I would do this live. Hopefully this works. I have my computer up so that if you guys want to chat, I can try to answer questions. I'm going to try to, yeah, Tom Petty died, I know. It's horrible. So I'm going to try to show you around my witchy room. It is not quite done still, even though I spent all week on it. But life is too short. So it's not perfect. It's probably never going to be perfect, but that's okay. We'll get there. So I hope this doesn't make you too dizzy. Okay, so this is what I have on my door as I come in. My kitchen is out here, and I'm sure it's not really clean, but that's the kitchen. So this is when I come into the front door here. And if I turn right, this is what is on my walls at the front door. This is really a spice rack that I just have kept some medicine balls and stuff like that in. And please, if you have questions, go ahead and ask. If I don't see it right away, I'll try to look over at the computer there. Then I have my hutch here, which, let's see, I have feathers up on top here, and some of my witch and wizards on the first shelf, witch and wizards here. Just various stuff here on the bottom, really. It's kind of bottles, and underneath here is bottles, and more bottles. Can we see? Hi, Ember Moon, how are you? Tom Petty. Oh, Tom Petty is, he's a singer. So if you're young, you might not know. You know that song, Free Fallin'? That's Tom Petty. Yep, bottles. I have empty bottles everywhere, kinda. So, unfortunately. Okay, so next to the bottles here, this is my collection of mortar and pestles. So I have quite a few. Most of them I use. Like these ones I use. These are all ceramic. Marble ones. This one is cast iron, and I like to use different ones. This is my granite one. That's my workhorse. I use that the most probably. And underneath here is kind of various stuff. More bottles. And to be honest with you, it's stuff I get, I don't know. I have some space under there. I am not quite certain what I'm going to do with it. So then behind my hutch here is, I wonder if I can turn this around at all. Can I do that? Ooh, did that work? Yay! Okay, so yay, I can turn it around now. I can see it while I'm doing this. So this is my working altar. This is the one normally when it's not full of stuff, that when I'm doing various spells, when I'm making incenses, all that kind of stuff, I do on this altar, because around the corner here, these are all my herbs. So all of my herb shelves are up here. I started out by putting them in alphabetical order. That did not totally stay all the way, but it started. So I do have, actually I have a candle lit today for Las Vegas. This working altar here is actually an old bar that I got at a garage sale for, I don't know, $5, I think. Whew, my basket's falling out. And so I have storage space underneath here. So I have, in that box there is all my incenses. And I have some baskets under there. And some of the way down here, that's an altar that I use to kind of create different levels to my altars. Yep, bottles, and more bottles, of course. Yes, my Maleficent is here with the dragon my hubby just got me, and a dragon fae. The shelves here, more bottles, and this is actually on the bottom is all my cauldrons. So up to, this is my biggest cast iron cauldron here. And then it kind of goes down. This cauldron is actually my workhorse cauldron. I probably use that more than any other one. And then it kind of goes down from there. In the corner here, again, I don't know, various, is my, I have bottles of element waters. So there's water, fire water, earth water, and in the back there is a yellow bottle for air water. And then all of my oils are here. So, and then on this wall I have all my sun and moons. And there's, let's see, this is my triple goddess and my green man. And this is my tea corner. I have all my teas in here. And my teapot and stuff is kind of out right now because, again, I'm not done with it. But it's getting there. So all my herbs are up here. So that's good. I'm doing a live video, honey, just so you know. And then this is kind of behind here is some various herbs. The herbs that are over in this corner, again, not done. The herbs that are over here are kind of unusual stuff. So like hawthorn thorns. And then I have resins. I have stuff like graveyard dirt and a beehive and money drawing powder. I have, this is, I have several different cicada skeletons here that I can use for various spellwork stuff. Cowrie shells and some other incense resins down there. So then around the corner is my books. I have a very large bookcase here with, I try to do it as best I can by author and subject, but I'm kind of running out of room, so we're getting there. 90% of these are witchy books. And then there's some books in here also. And a lot of these are witchy books, but not all. And then in the bottom of this is more bottles and boxes. Bottles, boxes, and containers. All witches want bottles, boxes, and containers, right? Then this cupboard is all my candles. So there's, well, I have some stones up there. But then there's, I tried to separate them into like tea candles are on the top. And then that gray thing here, that's all my goddess and god candles. So all gold and silver. This one is all a little bit bigger than tea candles. So, and then the one underneath that is tapers, and it kind of gets bigger and bigger as we go. On the very bottom shelf here, these are all chime candles in different colors. And then, you know, kind of the bigger ones just kind of go in where they fit, which is good. So then on the end of the bookcase is another little bookcase here. I tried to have my Sacred Feminine books out here because I do a class about Sacred Feminine. Once a month on the new moon we meet to support each other, empower each other, and do kind of a Sacred Feminine group. And then on the bottom here is a couple of my tarot decks and oracle decks. The tarot decks mostly are like Lo Scarabeo because this is actually a wine rack. So if you see, like, the wine glasses are supposed to fit in there, and the little, you know, bottles of wine can go down there. And of course I have tarot decks, yay, in them. So then on this side of the bookcase is more books. And then I have two little fairies in here. This case is actually a locked case, and that's because I, for a long time, put my bear, I have a haunted bear who's over here. I'll show you him in a second. I put him in there for a long time. I finally, I believe, kind of exorcised him. I haven't heard from him in a long time. So I'm hoping that I don't need to keep him in a locked case anymore. I haven't heard from him. My son hasn't heard from him, who is the medium of the family here. So that is, there's some kind of, actually that box, specifically that end table has Ostara stuff in it. So in this bookcase, we're actually moving because it's right up in front of my window here. But this is, next to it, my besom collection, my brooms, and the walking sticks that I've made. And then some other various stuff that fits into this long thing. My son's walking stick, this one here, this light colored one. Quite a few of these we actually made from the trees in the yard. Then I have a bookcase here that is all kind of Time Life books of drooling now. Thank you. These are like the Mysteries of the Unknown books and that kind of stuff I keep on this shelf. And then stones. This kind of starts all my stones. I have various stones out here. There's some stones that are charging on my selenite. This is a golden selenite slab that I charge stones that I know I'm going to be working with on that. So there's some Tibetan ice quartz on there right now, and my little sixlings. This is a couple display cases of display kind of stones. This top shelf is mostly petrified wood. I love my petrified wood. And then just some various display stones in here. What's on top here? Just kind of witchy jewelry stuff, really, is on top of there. That owl my son actually made me a long time ago. I love him. He puts a candle in there. So this is, I do my makeup and hair and stuff in the morning there when I have it cleared off. And my quartz collection is there for now. And then, oh my goodness. So I have some of my other stones up in there because I have another video I have to do on some various stones. In this cabinet is the bulk of my spell stones, usable stones and spell stones. The top shelf of this is all different stone chips. So all of those bottles have stone chips in them. Boy, I use them a lot. I use them in spell work. I use them on my Ancestor Altar. I send them out to people that need specific stones that, you know, if I can't afford to get people a big stone of it, even if you have a little chip of it, that energetically works great. So, and for grid work, it is awesome. I love having, I have tons of different kinds. They're all separated into the different kinds of stones. And they're great for grid work. So then on the second shelf here, this is all tumbled, different kinds of tumbled stones. And again, these are stones that I give away, that I sell sometimes. I make different spells out of them. And then I have, you know, many different stones that I can work with depending on what kind of energy I need. This shelf is mostly tumbled also. Does have some raw stuff in there on the bottom shelf. And then a bunch of my witchy jewelry is down here. Also, this is a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be going through this, the stuff that's hanging there. I really wear maybe 3 or 4 different necklaces at a time, and not all at once, but you know, in a 6-month period I might change it out like 3 or 4 different ones. Other than that, all of these I really need to trade or give away or get rid of or something, because there's so many that are sitting there. So I'll be putting up trades soon. This whole thing is like a mechanics, like used to be for nails and stuff. It was my grandfather's, and has different specimens of stone in there. So like there's still a bite here I see at the very end with some inclusions in there. All kinds of different specimens in all of those. My Isis statue here, and then all of this up here is my Egyptian. All of my Egyptian gods and goddesses are up on the top. So I have not worked a lot with my Egyptian goddesses lately, but I'm getting there. So then I have a room divider because this area used to be for my Reiki clients. I'm not doing Reiki clients in the house at the moment, but there's a big chest here that I have different holidays in there when it's not YouTube gift box giveaway. It's very soon. You're right, Kayla. Very soon. It's coming. As a matter of fact, it's coming very soon. So keep your eyes out, because I'm just getting it ready. That chest there just keeps all kinds of, like whatever holiday it isn't, I try to keep some of my stuff in there that is not that holiday. So around the corner, sorry I lost you guys. Hopefully you're all still here. Hold on, let me switch you around again. Okay. So that is my massage table, which I, you know, use for Reiki clients still. Really, I shouldn't say Reiki clients anymore, because I'm not really doing clients at the moment. I just do them for friends when they come over and need Reiki. So I'm kind of thinking I might be doing videos in front of my sugar skull room divider here. In this, okay, so first the top of this cabinet, I love my star here, hangs in the window all year round. And my husband got me that, and I just love that star. All of my god statues, or what I call my god statues, are up on top here. And my Shivalingam stone, my biggest one there. And then in this cabinet is a bunch of my altar supplies. The supplies that I'm not using on my altar at the moment. So like the bells are up on top. There's the sun that I pull out for the equinoxes or the solstices. Then I have, you know, various stuff. There's an incense burner. There's an oil burner. On this side is all of, what do I want to say? Offering dishes, that kind of thing, are all in here. All of my chalices. Okay, so I have something with chalices that I really like, handmade pottery chalices, so I tend to collect them a lot, and I have a lot of them. I need to give them away, some of them. And maybe someday, we're getting there. And then some various candle holders and that kind of thing on the bottom. This is a holdover. This whole cabinet here is actually a water shrine, which I started out, and it has some of my air shrine on there. See the nest and the birds in there. I started out with all 4 elements. I had shrines of all 4 elements, and then I was moving them around, and my cats were getting into the air one, and So these are actually going upstairs very soon here. So then if I swing over here, this is my Ancestor Altar for October. It's almost done. It's not quite there, but it is getting there. So on my Ancestor Altar, I have pictures of my ancestors who have crossed over. The two that are most important to me are up on the little altars there. That is my husband's parents and my grandparents. How long have I been collecting all my tools? I would say about 5 or 6 years now. So it's not like, you know, the stuff has just accumulated this year. I became a pagan about 8 or 9 years ago, I think, at this point. And, you know, thrift shops, garage sales, all that kind of stuff. I look for witchy tools wherever I go. So, you know, and I kind of get it and put it away. Now, am I also a typical witch and I have way too much stuff? Yes, I do. But, you know, I feel like you get that thing that you're like, oh, I know this perfect thing that I'm going to do with it. And then it doesn't quite happen, or it doesn't happen right away. And you hang on to it for way too long. So I'm starting to weed out, though. So I have, sugar skulls on my Ancestor Altar. Each ancestor that I have has an offering dish. That's one of the things that I'm still figuring out, is what the ancestors that I have on here want in their offering dish. I'm kind of trying to communicate with them and figure out what it is they would like to represent them. Like my grandparents, actually my grandfather's rosary beads are in the offering dish right now. So I'm getting there as I go with various ancestors. Now this cabinet lights up, but I need to plug it in. So unfortunately, it's going to be hard to see, I bet, in this cabinet. Let me open it up though. These are a lot of stones. The bottom shelf is actually what I call fairy lamps. I have all my fairy lamps on the bottom there. They are going to have to come out because the veil is thin, which means it's fairy time again. Beltane and Samhain are very good fairy times. This shelf specifically is healing work. So when I'm doing Reiki, when I am doing any kind of healing work, most of these stones in here, I have specifically my Reiki stones here. But most of these are for healing work and or grids on that shelf. On this shelf is all kinds of stone animals. So I have pulled some of them out because I just did my medicine cards where I decided what kind of animals are following me. And so some of them have been pulled out of there. This shelf is my scullies. If you follow me on Instagram, you see every week I bring 3 to 4 skulls with me, and they're called the Week's Council. They help me kind of through the week and help me to energetically get through whatever it is I need to get through that week. And on the top shelf is a bunch of spheres, a bunch of eggs in the back here. And it is also all of my calcite, or most of my calcite, is on this top shelf. So I have my big blue one, cobaltian, a bunch of my calcite. There's some wands in there, stone wands. And that is my fishtail or angel wing selenite or calcite. So on the top here, I am still kind of working out what I want to do. It's going to be something with Samhain, obviously, but it's kind of a work in progress. So next to, you can never have too much. Yes, I know. Well, you say that, but then my husband thinks very differently. Then these are my tarot cards and oracle cards. Most of them are in there. I usually have 4 or 5 that I have in my work bag that I'm bringing. So I keep them all here. And there's some that are in bags that weren't in good boxes. And then to the left is my altar. So this is the altar for Samhain. This altar is almost done. On the very bottom here is all my rhythm instruments, my musical instruments for ritual work. This is the main altar here. So the God stuff is all on the right here. And I have an oracle deck and tarot deck that are out, whatever I'm working with that day. The goddess stuff is on the left. That Witch's Brew, see the Witch's Brew cauldron in the center? I'm still deciding how I want to use that. If any of you guys have suggestions, let me know. I consider October a very big part of shadow work. So what I wanted to do is somehow be able to write down daily either, I don't know, a shadow side that I'm working on, something I want to let go of, put it into the cauldron, and then at the end, on Samhain, be able to burn it and let it go. So that is what all that is for. This is my new, are you in a practicing coven at this time? I am not. I do rituals with a few women, probably a couple times a year, depending on, what they're up to. But I have not been in a practicing coven for a while, at least since we moved from North Carolina. I haven't found one here that, Rochester is a funny area. Right now, pagan-wise anyways, like we don't have a pagan festival in Rochester right now because the pagan community kind of fights in between each other. Hi, Bunny Kisses. How are you? And unfortunately, because of that, there's weird friction in Rochester. So I do have some friends that I just meet up with a couple times a year for ritual, but really my practicing coven at the moment is my family. So thank goodness I have some family members who practice with me. My husband, who is a Christian, will do ritual with me because he believes in nature. And so there's nothing wrong with that as far as he's concerned. My youngest son who lives with us right now is pagan / Christian / whatever, whatever floats his boat at the time. And so we have raised our 4 boys to feel like, practice what you want. This cauldron I got for my birthday. When you turn 60, you started downsizing. Oh, so it's coming. I should be able to start downsizing. Yay! I love this this chalice. I'm so excited. My mother actually got me that. It is silver, and it, it's going to be great I figure for hand fasting ceremonies and stuff like that. So the second shelf here, this is just kind of thrown together. I actually think I'm going to do a Cernunnos altar on the second shelf here. I just have not quite figured out what I want to be on it. And the last one, this is my Hecate Altar. So I have, I have her keys in there. I have a card with her on it, her ravens, a couple of her skulls here. You see some coffin nails in there. We have a horse and an owl. I don't have a boar, but there's an owl. Her offering cauldron here. I have my favorite black moonstone. I just love this moonstone. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I love the black moonstone anyway. And this is my favorite one. So thought that would be great. And then a bunch of her herbs here. Cinnamon, there's mugwort in there, there is lavender in there, and the candle that I got that someone made for me, which I love, and then her black candles here, and a cauldron, and the Charge of the Dark Goddess behind her. And then I have a papyrus picture here that has Mayat on it. Which she's one of my patron goddesses. She's the goddess of justice, so surprise, surprise, as a Libra. I have Mayat as a patron goddess. And some of my jade carvings here that specifically is used when I do my Sacred Feminine group. Hi, Veronica. How are you? I hope everybody's good. That is for group work specifically, so I pull that out when I'm doing my my Sacred Feminine ritual here. So, and then we're almost done, guys. You're doing great. So this is, I always sit in my chair here. Behind my chair, these shelves, so there's the front door again, or the door that goes into the kitchen. These shelves, my husband just put up. This is one of my favorite pictures. It's very, very, very old, and I know it's kind of creepy. Probably that's why I like it, because that's just me. But it is extremely old, and it's so neat. I don't know if you can catch what is on there. Ooh, I'm shaking, aren't I, guys? Sorry, I apologize. So these shelves here, I'm thinking I probably will be doing some videos in front of these shelves too. And my fire in the corner here. So I don't know if you noticed this, but okay, so this is, we are facing south, and I have my fire in the corner, my sun in the corner. So this would be the east side. Thank you, thank you. Back there, if you see that tapestry back there, is for the east. So it's my tapestry for the east. I used to have back here my north tapestry, which I don't have up right now. But so that'll be the north. And then I used to have my water over here. But because my altar has taken all that up now, I do not have it up anymore. So then I have an outside door to my ritual space, my ritual area there. I've been doing videos out there. You may have seen me out here. Sorry, lost you again. Hold on, here we go. So outside this door, you may have seen me at that table there doing some videos. My husband mowing, hi. But this is my ritual space outside. So, and I really love that I have access to it, you know, through an outside door here. So, and then in the back here, my altar is around the corner. This is, I have another bookshelf on this side, and I tried to, these are mostly my Celtic books, so I try to keep all my Celtic books together because I have been studying the Celtic stuff a lot in the last year. Buffalo Bills, yay! And then just various stuff on the bottom there. So this is my room, guys. It is not done, but it is very close. And like I said, with all the events of today, I really kind of thought time is just too short. It's just too short, and you never know what is going to happen. So I wanted to show everyone where I was at. Upstairs, I have a living room upstairs that is the craft room. So all of my craft stuff here, I'm going to turn this around. Hi! All of my craft stuff is upstairs. I'm trying to set up my little tripod thing here, sorry. There we go. Hi, Mystical Cottage, how are you? So all my craft stuff is upstairs. And I will be showing that another day because it is nowhere near done. But this is my space. Does anybody have any questions? I don't want to cut us off or anything, but I'm so glad that you guys joined me. I probably will be doing more live stuff because of YouTube. It takes so long for me to upload a video now. I can't even believe it. I don't know if any of you are having the same problem, but it takes me longer to upload my videos than it does to shoot them. Like even, and you know me, I do long videos. I get kind of long-winded. But it takes like 45 minutes now for me to upload a video, which I think is ridiculous. So I may be doing some more live stuff like this. And I hope you guys like it. Anything you want to know, please feel free to ask me. Anything you want to see, anything you want to talk about. I know I started the video off before a lot of people came on, just saying that I've been sending out energy all day to the people of Las Vegas, and the people of our country in general. Our world in general is going crazy. But once again, a huge mass shooting, and there's no signs of stopping this. The powers that be in this country do not seem to have any interest in lowering the amount of bullets that people can spray within a 10-second period. And at the very least, that should be the very least that happens. There's no reason for people with, hunters to be able to spray 100 bullets in a minute. There's no reason for that. You're not a very good hunter if you have to do that. I don't understand. Let's see. Love your space. I used to have a large room myself, but I built a tiny cabin in the woods, so it's all about downsizing. I totally understand. I have joked with, actually, I wasn't joking at first. I was serious, but I told my husband I was looking at, the little tiny houses, and he laughed hysterically. He basically said, really? And we're going to have a Mack truck coming behind us because of all your crap? So, all right, maybe the tiny house is not for me, but I do need to downsize some. Let's see. Yes, it's very sad. I know it's horrible. I wish the U.S. would have the gun laws that we have in Canada. I agree. Bunny kisses, I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand how many mass shootings we have to have for this to happen. I don't get it. And I will say, I don't like to say this very often. I don't consider myself to be psychic. I believe everyone has mediumship capabilities. But I was dreaming all night long about being on a roof and hearing fireworks and seeing that they were going off incorrectly. Like whoever was shooting off the fireworks, they were going off incorrectly and like starting to hit people and get close to people. And I couldn't sleep all night long. And then we woke up to that news. So as an empath, it's really hard to go through a day like today and, be able to function. I really feel like I want to crawl into bed, but we have to keep going and we have to fight as hard as we can to make the change that we want to make. The other thing is Tom Petty died today, and that's totally upsetting to me. I saw him in concert this past summer, and I'm so glad I did, but I just, to me, I'm getting old now. I can't believe he's gone. So it's not a great day all the way around, but I wanted to do something positive, so I figured I'd show everyone my space, ask any questions you want. I keep an eye out on my channel, guys. I am going to do a giveaway very soon. I'm kind of gathering stuff around and pulling stuff in. I'm not going to say that it's a giveaway on my videos, though, because Two Spirit was talking about how if you say that on your channel, all of a sudden a whole bunch of people will subscribe and then you never see them again. No, actually he did die, Mystical Cottage. He had a cardiac arrest and they said he was brain dead and they took him off life support. So I just think it's horrible. He didn't look good this year when I saw him. He really was starting to look older and look like it was taking a toll on him all the years. But I still, had no idea that he would be going soon. It's just, he's in the Summerland. I'm sure he'll be back, but it's not a good day. Not a good day. I just absolutely adored him. So one of my favorites. If anybody has any questions before we end, is there anything you want to see that you haven't seen? Like I said, I'll be doing a video on kind of the craft part upstairs within the next week probably. I'm back to work now. Vacation is over. I hope everybody is having a great week, as great as you can, I guess, with all this tragic stuff. It's so... I'm lighting candles, though. I'm doing Reiki. I'm carrying stones. What stones do I have in my pockets? Ready? I have a Shiva Lingam for balance.
And I have a lepidolite stone. Lepidolite is a great stone for everything. It's great for people with ADD because it's a calming stone, helps you to focus a little bit. But the calming part of it, it just, like I can feel that sigh of relief. So today is the day I really felt like I needed my lepidolite. So I'd like to do some more on tarot. I have some decks that I haven't worked with very much. Is that your own personal space, Witchy Room, or is it shared by the family? And just wondering about your video the other day where you didn't remember what stone you had in hand. Okay, so I did remember before anybody said anything. It was Larimer. So Larimer is the stone that Edgar Cayce talked about a long time ago, that he said was the healing stone of the world, that it would come from the area of the Bahamas, which is where it comes from, and that it would be a great healer of the entire world. So I do try to pull that out in a lot of my Reiki stuff. I try to carry some with me when I can. It is an expensive stone, although if you don't need that beautiful, and I have a couple that are really beautiful, but I have a couple that are not that real high quality stone either, because energetically it's the same thing. You get energetically the same thing. It might not be as pretty, you might not like it as much, but it is the same stone. And yes, this is my witchy space. It is also our family living room. So because my family though now is me and my husband and my youngest son, it's so different. It's so different. Yes, and I didn't realize. I'll have to look. If you said the right answer, then you'll be getting definitely a piece of that stone, and you'll have to, if you're on Instagram, give me a private message or give me your email or something so I can get a hold of you. But I'll definitely be sending you a stone then. Good for you. I haven't had a chance to check, so I'm so happy somebody got it. Yay. I hope everybody has a great day. I'm really glad that you joined me today. Facebook, yes. I'm on Facebook also under Jennifer Willowind Storelli, Storelli. And I think if you go to my homepage here on YouTube, there's a button that you can click that I think brings you to that, hopefully. And let me know. So I hope everybody's good. I will continue to do a couple more videos this week. Thanks for joining. Blessings.